Hi, I'm Anushka. Welcome to my channel. In this video, I have got some question and answers for you about my university. For past some time, a lot of people have been asking me questions about my university, so I thought of making a video and answer all those questions. So without wasting time, let's start. So I'm going to cover as many questions I've had right now, and if you want to ask something else, then you can contact me on Instagram, Gmail, or in the comment section below, and I will try to answer your questions in the future videos. So the first is, where am I studying? Right now I'm studying MBBS at Bukovina State Medical University, for short BSMU, in Chernihiv, Ukraine, which is a country in Eastern Europe. BSMU is almost 75 years old government university in Ukraine. Second question is it MCI and WHO recognized? Yes, it is recognized by both WHO and MCI, and you can check those on the official sites. The third question is, what about the FMG exam result? Well, for BSMU has the highest number of graduates who passed in the first attempt, and it also has 80% passing percentage in FMG. And this is not for the first time. The graduates from BSMU have been passing FMG examination for past some years consistently. Also, a lot of graduates from BSMU are working not just in India but in abroad as well. Fourth question is, what about accommodation, food and campus? Well, the accommodations are quite nice. BSMU is the only university which has a separate girls hostel. For food, they have an Indian cook and there's an Indian mess, and also if you do not want to eat from the mess, there are a lot of Indian restaurants as well in the Chennai city itself. Campus is quite beautiful. There are a lot of buildings located in different part of the city, and when you go from one place to another, you get to be a part of the city and you can enjoy. You can go into the parks, you can go into the stadiums, you can play with the Ukrainians as well, and that is something that I really like. You just don't have to stay in hostels all day. You can just go out and have fun as well other than studies. So you just don't have to be with Indians all the time. You can try and learn different language. You can try and learn Ukrainian. You can try and communicate with the local people as well. I have some Ukrainian friends. I really like to spend time with those people. What kind of extracurricular activities do you do there? For one, like I told you, that you can go out and have fun with the Ukrainians as well. You can go play football with them, or you can play any other sport if you like. And other than that, the Indian Student Society, about which I'll talk later in the video, where Indian people, they have formed different committees such as cultural committee and like sports committee. So those people are responsible for organizing events. They organize festivals, and they even organize sports events. So if you are into sports, you can go and have fun. There are also gym which are of university, so you can go and play sports over there. Whenever in your free time, you can go whenever you like. Next question number 6 is, what kind of environment do you have there? So Indian Student Society was established by Dr. Sunil Sharma sir almost a decade ago. He himself is a graduate from BSMU. While he was studying in BSMU, there were some certain problems that he used to face. So at that time, he decided that when the future students come here, he wanted them to have someone they could look up to. He wanted the future of BSMU students not to suffer the way he did. He wanted to do something for the future Indians who might come into the BSMU. So at that time, he decided to put together this Indian Student Society. Right now, there are a lot of people who are a part of Indian Student Society. I myself am a part of medical committee, and I will say that I have learned a lot from the medical committee, and that is something that I wouldn't have learned otherwise. So like that, Indian Student Society has a lot of like subdivisions. Like there is cultural committee, sports committee, there's IT committee, and there are a lot more. Most people, as far as I know, have been like living there as a family. Like they help each other out, either it's financially or either it's some personal problems. So my experience has been quite good actually, because when I needed someone and when I looked up to people, there were people there to help me out, and I was glad. And that is something that I have wanted to be to my juniors, because I was so much inspired by my own seniors. Also, if I have to tell you about the current scenarios of pandemic, since most people in Chennai, they live in hostels. So at that time, the hostels were in quarantine zone. Indian Student Society, for short ISS. So a lot of people from ISS, most all the people in ISS, they are doing self-servicing. It's not like something you get paid for. It's like something that you want to do. You want to help each other out. So a lot of people came forward to help people who were living in hostels in the period of quarantine, when everyone was worried about their own safety, there were a lot of people from ISS who came out and helped other people. All the people in ISS are students as well. There is no one coming from outside and getting paid for doing what they do. So like when you consider that in times of COVID, when everyone was having their exams, like that was the time when people were having their exams as well, and there were people from sixth year as well who were studying for the exam. A lot of students from ISS, they came about to help other students. They used to bring groceries and medicine for the people who were stuck in hostels. Like in times when they had to be worried about their own safety, they used to go out. It is something not everyone is willing to do. Next question, question number 7. How can parents stay connected to students? Well, the internet connection in Ukraine is quite good. I talk to my parents almost every single day when I am in Ukraine. We talk on WhatsApp or Emo or whatever app you like. And also, like, if parents are interested, they can like know that in case a parent is interested in knowing how the student is doing in the college, eznew.bsmu.edu.ua, where the student gets login ID and password. So the parent also can use the login ID and password and know like the kind of marks the student is having in each and every class, and if the student has been absent or something like that. So that way the parents can be connected with the how well the student is doing in Ukraine. The next question is additional things about my university. Well, as far as when I talk to students from other university, I realize that our university has some separate portals which are not there in other universities, and those are the ways that which those things makes our university quite a different one. Because like for everyday classes, there is a moodle.bsmu.edu.ua where the student gets login ID and password again, and it is different from the EZ one. So you can go and select which year you are in and which branch you are in and all those things, and then you will find a lot of questions and a lot of material for your like preparation for the class. And there are a lot of books as well by teachers, and the teachers also put together a lot of videos like the way like to help you understand a lot of things. So that is something that really helps while we are studying. And since right now we are studying in online mode, so these are the things which really help right now. Because and also like while preparing for CROC is one of the most important examination that is conducted in Ukraine by the Health Ministry of Ukraine. If you want to know more about CROC 1, I will leave the link of my other video in the description box below and you can check it out. So like for CROC, our university has another official portal, that is 123croc.bsmu.edu.ua. So like when you go there, you again get a login ID and password that is unique to you. When you log in there, so you get booklets from previous year, you get question paper from previous year. You can just go through those questions and you can do online tests, and those things those things have been very helpful to me when I was studying for. And sometimes the teachers even make it compulsory for you to give this examination, so you take the exam seriously. So that was something that was really very good, and that doesn't happen just for third year, that happens for sixth year as well. Also, you find MCA related question on the official website, that is moodle.bsmu.edu. Also, my university is quite strict with absence. So if you are absent, then you will have to pay additionally for those absent, and then also you'll have to go for a rework after your classes are done. So like those absents are only if you miss the class intentionally. If you are sick, then you can get yourself a dovitka, and then you don't have to pay for the class, but you will have to go to rework. Some teachers might even be lenient, so you might not even have to go for rework, but try and not miss the classes because you will get an absent if you miss the classes. Next question, question number 9 is, how am I managing in online classes? Well, online classes are not fun at all, but I have been managing fine, because obviously I will say the teachers have been trying their best to give out information, and our university was definitely the first one to organize online classes. It was like only a 1 week into the quarantine that our university started to organize online classes. And since then, like almost 12th of March, I guess. Yeah, from almost 12th of March, we are having online classes, and they are still continuing. Today is 12th of September. So uh, teachers are trying their best. They try to show us videos, and they try to explain us. They give us assignments to do. They give us tests to do, and they like uh, Online is difficult. Like we had to give our fourth year examinations online. How horrible can it be? And like as far as I heard, that our university was also the first to organize online classes, online crop 2 for the sixth year. Like after crop 2 you get the degree. If you pass crop 2 you get the degree and you can go home. Well, the last question for this video is, how can you take admission into my university? If you want to take admission in my university, you can contact the official partners of BSMU in India. It is the MD House. It is run by Dr. Sunil Sharma sir. He, as I told you, is a graduate from BSMU himself. He's the director of the MD House, and the main office is located in Chandigarh. If you want to contact Dr. Sunil Sharma sir, I will leave his details in the description box below. If you're someone from Rajasthan, then you can contact Dream Doctor Education. It is run by Dr. Nakhat sir. Dr. Nakhat is also a graduate from BSMU. And if you want to contact someone in Gujarat, then you can contact Dr. Nirbhay sir. He runs Sri Hari BSMU. Dr. Nirbhay sir is also a graduate from BSMU, and I just gave you the reference of Dr. Nirbhay sir and Dr. Nakhat sir in case if you're living in places like Rajasthan or Gujarat, so you can directly go and personally meet them in case if you want to. Please make sure to check the description box below, because I'm going to share a lot of details there of like the MD House, Dream Doctor Education, and Sri Hari BSMU, as well as the official websites of our university, where also you can check about all these details. And I am putting this video a day after NEET 2020 because I know the exam was really very important to you, and I hope you did well. In case you have any doubt about your exam and you want to keep your options open and you want to explore the opportunity to go abroad for MBBS, then you can contact Dr. Sunil sir and he will guide you through, and he will tell you like what are the other things you can do. And you can just have something by your side in case the exam was not so good. And also, if you have any doubts, you can DM me on Instagram, you can contact me on Gmail, or you can contact me here in the comment section below. I hope this video was interesting for you and I was able to answer a lot of your questions. In case there's anything else you would like to know about my university, or like any other questions regarding to anything else, then you can contact me as I told you, and please feel free to leave your suggestions. And if you like this video, and if you want to know more about my university, and if you want to know more about my journey as a medical student, I have 2 more years left in BSMU. So subscribe to my channel, like my video, and let me know how I did it. Thank you so much for watching this video, and I will see you in my next video. Bye. Have a good day.